Hello, Nistas and Nistas. How are you today? Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. My name is SavingsFashionista. Yep, she is I am her. And you have arrived to Nistas Nation. Over here we do mainly things fragrances, whether it is body or home. Today we are here to talk about my fall fragrance wish list. Wish list? Yes, I have a wish list because it's so many. All around the world. And I'm talking about fragrance. And I do have a wish list, you guys. So we're going to just jump right into my wish list. What I will share with you, I will share the fragrance notes. I will share the preferred or the recommended gender, as well as the fragrance class, the release date, and I will also let you know whether or not I have sampled these fragrances or if they will be a blind buy. So let's just get into the first fragrance. The first fragrance is by Fragrance du Bois, all right? And this fragrance is Suntel Complete. Yes, I have smelled this fragrance. When I bought my last BDK in store, I did sample some of the Fragrance du Bois, and shout out again to Lucky Scents because they sent me probably every sample that Fragrance du Bois have. So I have probably about 10 samples. So I will be able to wear this fragrance. I wore it that day that I sampled it because I sprayed it all up my arm and I fell completely in love with it. So Fragrance du Bois, the top notes are lemon, coconut. The heart notes are violet, black pepper. The base notes are musk, sandalwood, amber, and vanilla. This is a recommended unisex fragrance that was released in 2016, and it is a amber vanilla fragrance. You guys, this fragrance, it provides the sweetness that a woman desires, but it also gives you that strongness that just makes you feel, you know, like an alpha superior woman. So I can't wait to just really fully embody it, like paying attention to it as I wear and test out the sample. I really liked it. I did some research on these fragrances, and one thing that I did like that Fragrance du Bois mentioned was that this is the perfect antidote to a cold winter's day. So it's almost like the fragrance, it is designed for more of a cooler climate, but the fragrance notes and the way that it says it invokes your feelings, it's almost like it's an oxymoron. So I cannot wait. Hopefully I will get my hands on it. All right, so the next fragrance, it is from the House of Budda number 9, and this is Musk. Those of you who have been with me for a while, you know that I love a Musk fragrance. Narciso Rodriguez Pure Musk being my favorite. The Essence by Narciso Rodriguez, which is discontinued, being my fragrance of all time, my favorite of all time. So the Musk is also a unisex fragrance. It was released in 2019. This, I would say that this fragrance is more of a powdery, woody musk fragrance. I have sampled this fragrance many a times, just being at the bun counter. For some reason, I don't think I've ever received a musk bun. That's weird because I thought I had probably collected them all at some point in time. But the fragrance notes in the Musk fragrance by Budda number 9 are grapefruit, blackcurrant, asmathis flower, green lilies, nutmeg, musk, patchouli, sandalwood, and vetiver. Now, musk is one of those fragrances that you can wear year-round, you guys. However, I do have some musks that are very skin scented, meaning that they stick very close to the skin, so they are worn better when it's warmer outside and your body temperature is warmer than normal. Then I do have some fragrances that are musk that I think they can go year-round, like Narciso, the Pure Musk. I think that's a year-round musk in my opinion. And this Budda number 9, I also think that this is a year-round musk. But the vetiver and that patchouli note that gives you that extra woody note, it smells more like a cooler climate fragrance. So Musk by Budda number 9 is number 2 on my wish list. All right, next on my wish list is from the House of Jo Malone. I am a big fan of Jo Malone. I have quite a few of his fragrances in my collection. This is from the Intense version that comes in the black bottle, and this fragrance is Vetiver Golden Vanilla. It is a unisex fragrance. It was released in 2020. The fragrance notes are vanilla, vetiver, cardamom, tea, and grapefruit. You guys, you cannot go wrong with Jo Malone. And by the way, this is an amber woody fragrance. The good thing about Jo Malone fragrances, they mix and combine extremely well with any Jo Malone fragrance. It just depends on your nose palette and your liking. So I am going to start doing more Jo Malone mixes. I remember when I was first introduced to Jo Malone, it was sometime back. My essay at Saks, she had given me a whole little sample set of probably about 20 Jo Malones, and I really got to embody them. But you know that Jo Malone, they take and they give. They take and they give. And what I mean by that, they change the line quite often. So Vetiver Golden Vanilla is something that I really want to experience for this fall. I did sample it in Saks, and I also sampled it in Sephora because Sephora carries it as well, and I think this would be a very pleasant fall fragrance. All right, the next fragrance is from the house of Mancera. Mancera is nuclear fragrance. It lasts and lasts and lasts. So this fragrance is one of the first ones that I researched after purchasing Instant Crush. Instant Crush was just a blind buy because there was so much buzz in the fragrance community that it was a dupe for MFK 540, and I fell into the hype, blind bought it, and I was pleased. I really do like Instant Crush, but do I think it's an exact dupe? No, I don't. But we'll talk about that in another video. So this fragrance is one of the first ones that I researched, but I pulled away from purchasing it. I don't know why, but this is the Choco Violet. All right, this was released in 2016. It is a unisex fragrance. It is considered to be an amber vanilla. The fragrance notes are hazelnut, orange bergamot, dark chocolate, violet, Madagascar vanilla. Now, Madagascar vanilla, it hits totally different. And white musk, you guys. So the review that I watched, this lady, she sold it. So Mancera, get on YouTube and start watching some of these reviews, because it's some ladies out there and gents that are selling Mancera products, because I blind bought all of my Manceras, as a matter of fact, because I don't have a way to sample Manceras, because we don't have a Mancera counter here. I've never received, that I can remember, a Mancera sample. But I got to get my hands on this fragrance, because the way she described that chocolate and that hazelnut, and how that orange kind of just twist its way into that fragrance combination, it was absolutely beautiful. So Mancera's Choco Violet is number 4 on my fall wish list. All right, the next fragrance is also from the house of Bun number 9. Surprisingly, I do not remember. I remember the fragrance. I never had the fragrance, never owned it, but I have no recollection of ever having a bun in this. And I'm sure I sampled it at some point, because it's one of their older fragrances. But I just don't remember it. So, the fragrance, of course, is New Haarlem. It is very popular in the fragrance community. This fragrance was originally released in 2003. It returned this year, 2022. I got to get my hands on this fragrance. And I did find out that my Saks will not be carrying the returning fragrances. So I'm going to check my Perfumer's Boutique to see if they're going to have it, because I would love to sample it. I don't really want to blind buy it. Bud number 9s are not things that you blind buy, although I have blindly been gifted many Bud number 9s, but I had the luxury of taking it back to the store and exchanging it if I didn't like it. So I don't know, you guys, but the fragrance notes in New Haarlem are lavender, bergamot, green leaves, coffee, cedarwood, amber, vanilla, tonka, and patchouli. Now, I've watched reviews, I've heard things. This is supposed to be a super gourmand, boozy, masculine fragrance. It's unisex, but it can be masculine. But I was thinking, if it's smelling like some kind of gourmand note, that could go either way. So if I get it, you will know, and I'll let you guys know what I think. All right, the next fragrance, it comes from, this company is actually a luxe candle company, and it comes from the house of Bois Smells. This fragrance is called Cashmere Kush. If this fragrance is anything like the candle, which it is, because I actually have a sample of the Cowboy Kush and the fragrance, and it smells just like the candle, so I'm assuming that they all smell like the candle. But this right here is good. This was released in 2022. It is a woody botanical fragrance. The fragrance notes, the top notes, are rhubarb, pink peppercorn, fresh aldehydes. The transforming note, what I love about them is because they give you like a transforming note. The transforming note are pot flowers. The heart notes are tulips, wild auras, and heliotrope. The transforming note from heart to base is vetiver. And the base notes are powdered musk, cashmere woods, and ambroxan. This is good. Ooh, oh my God. This is one of those fragrances. It can very well be a fall fragrance, but it really does put me in the mindset of sliding out of summer into the fall, and also coming out of the winter into the spring. It's something about it. It gives me like a nostalgia. It's a total vibe. It's almost like it's a daylight savings nostalgia that I get from it. And it smells so good. So it's something in my schema that it jogs something in my schema that I can't quite tell you what it is. But it's a good feeling. It's a good fragrance. So I am interested in getting that. So that is also, this is also a part of my wish list. Cashmere Kush. All right. And the next one is also from Bois Smells, and it is the Italian Kush. I also have the candle in the Italian Kush. And this was released in 2022. Now this is really, really herbal. So herbal till it's almost medicinal. So I wouldn't recommend wearing this one or this one to your job, because it does have that cannabis heavy note in it. So the Italian Kush is a botanical spicy fragrance. The top notes are pomelo, limoncello, black peppercorn, basil. The transition note from the top to the heart is rhubarb. The heart notes are mimosa, cannabis leaves, pistachios. The transitional note from heart to base is cypress. The base notes are patchouli, sandalwood, agar wood, and labdaman. It's good, you guys. Like I said, it is more medicinal to me. It has more of a cannabis smell, but I really like this. When I wore the Cowboy Kush, I asked hubby, do I smell like, you know? And he was like, no, you don't smell like that. So, I don't know. Maybe it smells differently once it gets onto your skin and mixes with your body chemistry. I don't know. But I do want those two fragrances as a part of my collection. And hopefully I will be able to get them this fall. So I want to thank you guys for coming back to the video. If you would, coming back to the channel. You guys, it's after 5. Your girl is tired. So I know I'm slipping and sliding along with human error. So forgive me. But thank you so much for coming back to the channel. I really appreciate you guys. You just do not know. Here's a blow and a kiss for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you. All right. Now I'm just rambling. So if you would like to share in the comments below, please share. That helps the channel. Engagement always helps the channel. Thumbs up helps the channel. Also subscribe if you want to be a part of the nation. So I thank you again, and do not forget, you, yes you are great. Bye-bye.